Hello you lot, Miller Corner here, and as ever we are joined by a Seicento. And if you look at the corner of the screen there, another one. This is Aaron from Car Obsession. He's another YouTube channel who's bigger and better than mine, and he has joined the dark side. He has bought a Seicento Sporting, an SPI, which he's very happy about. It's called Bella, as you might notice by the number plate, which I can't point out because I'm doing this backwards. What we're going to do now is have a quick look around an SPI Seicento, which we've never done on the channel before, then go for a drive in this car and talk to Aaron about why he bought it. I already know why, because it's awesome. So, this is Aaron, this is his Seicento, and you might notice he's got a microphone on because we're going to let him walk us around Bella, as she's now known, because of the number plate and the fact she's Italian, obviously. Why not? And let him talk us through. So, allow me to plug this in.
We've kind of started at the wrong part of the car because there's a dent, so there's some character just here, but we don't need to see that, just move things along. The alloys are in great condition. By great, I mean awful. They're quite flaky, they're like an old flapjack, so yeah, they need some attention. Oh, the tyres, they are probably older than me. Treads are fine, but yes, these tyres are antiques, so they're probably worth money. Got a bit more character here, there. That alloy is about the same really, isn't it? I do really like the orange detailing though, and that's why I've got the orange stickers to match. Yeah, you see, contrasting. Colour-coded. Yeah. Just call me Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. Any car like this has to be peppered with stickers. He's been paying attention. Extra 5 horsepower. There we go. Bit of condensation on the rear lights.
They all do that. So.
That's an optional extra. The exhaust looks a little bit lost in there, but my man has hooked me up, so we're doing okay. To be fair, for a car of this age, this mileage, this vintage, I think it's in pretty good condition. This is an optional extra.
This is the aero package.
Yep, this was available from the dealers. It improves airflow over the car and gives you better fuel economy. At some point, a previous owner must have had a leak. Either that or they had a surplus amount of black tape and thought, what should I do with it? I'm gonna take my sunroof. Yeah, so I paid £750 for this a few weeks ago. Once we're on the road, we'll get into a bit more as to why I bought the car. But it's kind of what you see is what you get kind of thing. It's just an honest Seicento Sporting, about 55 horsepower. The man behind the camera knows far more than I do about these little cheeky Italians. Because this is a pre-facelift car, you have a different style front bumper, and I've got amber indicators, not clear indicators, as you would see on the facelifts. Apart from that, the facelifts also had a moulding on the side, didn't they? As opposed to the orange decals. It's just an old Italian car.
And I think it's a rather charming one. Can we go for a drive?
Let's.
Right, well I find myself in the familiar surroundings of a Seicento, but the unfamiliar surroundings of one that's not owned by me and that is bog standard.
Yes.
So
for now,
talk us through. First of all, this is Bella, as we've said.
This is Bella, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's do it on the road. So fire up the SPI engine. It's smooth.
Purrs like a kitten.
It's not boy racer yobbo-ish like mine. Yet. Yours will be boy racer yobbo-ish. Remember my old Sportex exhaust?
It's got a new home. First
of all, we're 3 feet in, and I'm going to ask you the same question that probably your friends, your wife, and a lot of people have asked.
Am I mad?
No, it's fine. You're in a Seicento, that's a given.
Oh, okay.
What led you to buy this car? Why, not the specific one, but why did you buy a Seicento?
To be honest with you, I wasn't looking for a Seicento. This kind of happened by accident. So essentially, I wanted a cheap project car that I could have a laugh with, have 1 or 2 road trips in, wouldn't break the bank like everyone. I searched the classifieds and I found this, looked at it and I kind of moved my eyes away from it. Found myself being drawn back to it and
then lo and behold, I got an Instagram message from Mr. Car Obsession.
Yes.
Which in so many words you said, all right mate, is this alright? Basically,
I do not talk like that, good sir.
Sorry, yes, you're very, very eloquent.
I'm a man of decorum.
And from the pictures and the MOT history and what I could ascertain, it looked good. It looked alright for the money that was being asked for it, you know.
But I thought, you know what, I reckon that'd be a laugh. I went to see it in the dark, which is how you should look at any car you're looking to buy. Always go and view it in the dark. Don't do that. It came with a stack of paperwork as big as my head. It seemed to be a good, honest, genuine car. Oh look, a Citroen Ami.
Hey!
Look at that.
With L plates on it as well. Blimey. I thought they were parking it nose onto the curb there.
I mean, they could do. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with this car, but it could be a laugh, or it might financially ruin me.
This is sort of the thing we touched on in the video we've done on your channel, which these cars can't break the bank on you. You bought new shock absorbers for pennies.
Yeah.
And things like that. Nothing on these cars is expensive. There you go.
Oh.
See, he's had it a couple of weeks already, driving it like a proper Italian car. And until I can see dents of the valves in the bonnet,
Exactly.
You're not trying hard enough.
Yes.
Even if the parts prices start adding up and you go, I need this and that and the other, just go and buy a whole nother one. They are that cheap.
Actually, this has got character. It's quirky. It's got a genuine personality to it. It worms its way under your skin quite quickly. So I've only owned this a few weeks, but already I've enjoyed this more. I like this more than the
MX-5? For those of you that don't know, he is an MX-5 obsessive as well as a car obsessive, and he's got a crazy turbocharged MX-5.
Well, I never.
Which is now his second favourite car in the world after this. So
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
No, so you may remember that I bought a dirt cheap Mark 1 Seat Leon Cupra R. I actually enjoy this car more than I do that car.
Really? There
Yes.
you go. There's so little to them, but they do so much with so little. And
Yeah.
They make you smile. There's something totally different.
I love the fact that you can drive the absolute of it, and then you look down and go, oh, I'm still within the speed limit. How am I doing that?
It's like eating a really tasty cake or something and then finding out it's lower calories than you expected.
Yes.
There you go.
I mean, that is a very good analogy.
Because
Yes.
it's still tasty, but actually I don't feel bad about it.
Yeah. This is the Pepsi Max of cars.
Yes. And it's about the same size as a can of Pepsi Max.
Yes. About the same weight.
What are your plans with it then? Obviously there are some little fixes to do and some bits and pieces.
I still don't quite know. I do want to do the exhaust, which thankfully you're helping me out with. Thank you very much. I do want to do something with the suspension, but I don't want to go crazy with it because one of the ideas of buying this was, so on my channel I have a series called Cheap Thrills, and it's all about fun cars you can buy for under £5,000. But this, I think, is actually a really good contender for Cheap Thrills, particularly if you're a first-time driver. These are fun cars that you don't have to be intimidated by the power because it hasn't got any. Insurance is going to be cheap, as you said, cheap to run. You can pick these up for next to nothing. From a modification point of view, as I touched upon in my reveal video, again, parts for this won't break the bank. You can get coilovers for under £300.
Can't argue with that.
I mean, an exhaust for £150, maybe less.
If you buy from a YouTuber.
Yes. So the same company that boosted my MX-5, they said to me, "Can we boost it?" And I think it was a comment that said in jest, but I said to them, "Go on, then. I mean, give me a quote to what you would do with the car, and I will entertain it."
If they do, give me a ring.
One thing I did want to do from the outset, and I will still do, is do a big road trip.
Yeah.
I don't know quite what yet. Maybe North Coast 500. I did want to take us to a Nürburgring, but you've recently done that.
That's already happened on YouTube.
And it kind of feels like, well, if I do that, I'm just copying your idea.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it.
Drive it to Turin.
Why not? Italy. Perfect. So I've made murmurings of that on occasion.
So
I've put it together.
So I've got a few ideas, but I often have these mad ideas, and sadly, I can't always actually put them into real life because it's money and
YouTubers
time.
aren't as rich as people seem to think we are.
No.
I mean, we do all drive supercars, obviously.
No, exactly. Have you still got my Rolex in your pocket?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, which one? These cars do make for great adventure cars. Because
They do.
Wherever you go in them, whatever you end up achieving, whatever distance you've done, you look back and go, I just did that in that tiny little car.
Yeah.
That's meant to be driven to the shops.
Yeah.
So even if you end up only taking it somewhere like even Brecon Beacons or like you say, you take it to Scotland,
yeah,
or something like that, you'll still feel proud for having done it because it's brilliant fun and it's such a tiny little car to have done it.
Exactly.
I think we need to get our cars back together at some point to do something.
I agree 100% with you.
Definitely.
And I think we'd have so much fun.
You will.
And yes, no, we need to do that.
Yeah.
We need to do it.
This will happen. There will be a Seicento road trip with our two cars.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
This will happen. Fun will be had, and because it is these cars, the whole trip will cost about £4.50.
Yes.
So there you go. But if that's the ultimate cheap thrill, surely.
Exactly.
There you go. That's like the header for that series.
Well, there we are.
Well, I think
It's been decided.
there you go. I'll shake your hand on that, sir. There you go. So there we have it. I mean, Aaron's bought a Seicento. I think it's a really good one. I think it's in really good nick considering what he paid for it. It's done 81,000, 82,000
82,
miles.
yeah.
So 50,000 fewer than mine. I think you've got a great car. I think you're going to have a great time with it.
I quite like this. It's got something about it, something you can't always describe.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yes.
That's French.
Dolce Vita.
Dolce Vita.
There we go.
Yes.
It's got a bit of Dolce Vita about it.
It does, and I think that's important. So I think you've made a great choice, and I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I genuinely am. It's just a quirky little car.
We filmed this in the car park. I did the reveal video for my car 8 years ago. That makes you feel old, doesn't it? So
I haven't laughed this much in quite some time, and it's been welcome because I've been quite ill this week.
Yeah.
So yes, today has been quite the tonic.
exactly, these cars have healing effects on you because he was sick as a dog this week. You know what? There you go. These cars do make you feel better, make you feel happier. So I'm glad you're back to your best, mate. And yeah, I think we've had a great time today.
We have.
By the sounds of things, more great times will be had.
Yes.
There is Aaron's new Seicento Sporting. Bella, go and head to his channel Car Obsession to see. There's already going to be at least one video with this car.
Yes.
There'll be more coming, and because you've
Definitely.
organised, he'll have a playlist on it as well. So
Yes, I will.
We will reunite for a Seicento road trip in the very near future, I believe.
Oh, definitely.
It's going to be a great time.
Yeah.
So yes, follow Car Obsession. Go and see what Aaron's doing with this car and his other motor cars as well. Click subscribe on this channel for lots of Seicento related content. You know that's what I do best.
Yes. Don't doubt yourself.
It's what we do. It's what we have done and what we continue to do. So without further ado, have a brilliant rest of your day, everybody, and thank you very much for watching. Catch you soon, and have a good one.